This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Burnham, less than 1 week out from the start of the NHL season. Connor McDavid still has not signed an extension. That's right, friends, we're bringing out the McDavid watch. And with the massive payday Kaprizov got earlier in the week, it feels like the Oilers captain may have got a lot more expensive. When Kaprizov's deal kicks in next year, he'll be making $3 million more than the next closest player. But there's no way McDavid won't surpass that, right? When Connor signed his first and only extension back in 2017, his AAV was $2 million more than any other player in NHL history at that point. But remember, the deal came just 2 years into his career, and look at everything he's accomplished since then. Now, the head-to-head comparison also works in McDavid's favor here, as he's been a pretty considerable step ahead of Kaprizov over the past years. And that is saying a lot, because Krill's been unreal since entering the league. But to no one's surprise, when you go by the numbers, it's not even close. And also, team success. Connor's outscored him by more than 200 points over the last 5 years, while also going to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals. So if Kaprizov's getting 17, what kind of figure will McDavid end up at? Keep in mind, the most any player can make is 20% of their team's cap, which would be a $20.8 million AAV, which seemed far-fetched at one point, but everything changed after that deal this week. And now it seems much more possible. His 2017 extension gave him an AAV 19% higher than anyone else at that time. And a max extension this time around is just a few percent higher than that. So could we really see a max extension from McDavid? Maybe, but either way, the cost of doing business with McDavid is now likely higher thanks to Kaprizov. To the NFL, and we got a banger of a game to kick off Week 5 as the Rams host the 49ers. But we gotta start with injuries, because this 49ers offense is decimated. Tonight, they will be without quarterback Brock Purdy, as well as 4 wide receivers, including the top 3 on the depth chart in Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, and Brandon Ayuk, who still has not played yet this season. And they're still also without George Kittle, who injured his hamstring Week 1. Shockingly, the one Niner who is healthy is Christian McCaffrey. And he's been an absolute monster this season, as CMC has hit over 100 yards of total offense in every game. And they're going to need to lean on him tonight if they're going to make this one close. As with all the injuries, they're up to 7.5-point dogs, with a total of 45.5. Tonight's game could go a long way toward who will win the division, as the NFC West is too tight. As not a single team in the division has a losing record, as the Niners, Rams, and Seahawks are all at 3-1. You can watch the Niners and Rams tonight on TSN at 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific. But things get started nice and early with TNF tonight at 7. It's Thursday, so you know what that means. We're gonna hit you with some fast facts powered by FanDuel. Let's put 40 seconds on the play clock and see how many of these I can get through. My previous record is 7, but of course, Christopher Hines on the helm, and he makes these extra long. So I'm not gonna do it today. Let's not even hope, okay? Let's just get through it. 40 seconds on the board. 3, 2, 1, go. The Rams have won 3 straight games versus San Fran and trailed entering the 4th quarter of all 3. Sounds like a nice fact to remember when it's time to make an in-game bet. That was not needed for the fact, Chris. Oh my God. The Rams have outscored the 49ers 30-3 in the 4th quarter of their last 3 matchups. The Rams won their last 3 matchups in San Fran 12-6 in Week 15, 2024 on TNF. 0 TDs by either team, 0.0 or 1 touchdown scored tonight, plays 31-1 on FanDuel. Puka Nacua leads the NFL with 42 receptions and 503 receiving yards in 2025. He's the only player in the NFL history with 500+ receiving yards through 4 team games twice in a year. Wow, he is plus 260 to win Offensive Player of the Year. Nice. Nacua has had 7 or more receptions. Okay, in 8 straight games. Right. Whatever, bro. Like, do you see how he just sprinkles in things that were completely unnecessary and puts 3 facts in 1 fact? Like, it's, you know what? It's fine, guys. Happy soft opening to the weekend. Happy Football Thursday. It's a lovely day. Also, just a quick correction. This is my producer's fault. Grammatically, he didn't need to put the period right beside the 0, so I thought it was a 0.0, but I guess it was just a period. So it's 0 or 1 touchdown scored tonight pays 31-1 on FanDuel. Apologies, but technically Christopher Hines should apologize, so say sorry, Chris.
Sorry.
Nice. You can watch the Rams and 49ers tonight on TSN at 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific. 10 of my favorite segment on yours that we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
And you know this show, and specifically this segment, loves when parents are crushing kids in the Oklahoma drill. Well, today this kid flips the script.
But now, with Jet2 Holidays. Package holidays you can trust. Terms are protected. But now, with Jet2 Holidays. Package holidays you can trust. Terms are protected.
Watch this kid, okay? He's got a bright future. time now for our newest segment. This is One Stat to Tell Your Group Chat, where we will give you one mind-blowing stat to impress your friends. Now this one comes from Tony Holzman Escarano, aka Front Office NFL on Twitter. The 2025 Bills are 4-0 this season, but their opponents are combined 2-14 through week 4. That's a .125 winning percentage. The only teams to start 4-0 against teams with a lower combined winning percentage are the 1977 Broncos, 1922 Chicago Cardinals, 1921 Buffalo All-Americans, like who knew that was a team, and the 1966 Dallas Cowboys. That's it for me today. Sarah Pick and Raw with Reese from New Pacific. Have a good one.